Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to the new studio. Finally, we made it. It's still under construction. As you can hear from the sound, it's not all that great. I'm still missing a few things, as of like some padding on the walls to keep the sound echo down, and as well as I need an exterior door, because what I did for this studio, I had somewhat of a big garage. I had a garage, 20 by 20 garage, so I split it right down the middle. So I've got a nice space of 10 by 20 feet for the studio, and I'll be able to bring along some more guests on the show. And, it's just a nice space to be out, and I'll be able to do some beer reviews without waking up my daughter and driving my wife very, very mad when I'm doing these reviews late at night like I am doing it tonight. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I keep everybody up at night, and I can be somewhat annoying, but I do want to give a big shout out to my wife for supporting me in my hobby, I should say, and letting me have some fun. It was such a silly hobby with beer, and just letting me move up in my podcasting dreams, and always on the lookout for the best beer, and just trying out and exploring new things, and showcasing just beers that I'm really a fan of. So big shout out to my wife. She's my number one. I don't know if I would say she's my number one fan, but she's my number one supporter. So we'll leave it at that. So again, big thanks to everybody, all the sponsors. Big, huge shout out to Bootlegger for being sponsor of the show for a very long time. And again, a huge shout out to Bass Attack Fishing, who have been sponsor of the show for, it's going to be about a year now, if not more. So big sponsors, big shout out to them. Don't forget to keep an eye open for those guys there this summer. Bass Attack Fishing, all the regulations that's going on right now with COVID-19. I'm not 100% sure about what they're going to be offering as activities, or if there's going to be any fishing season. But stay tuned to their Facebook page. Give them a like on Facebook and Instagram, and they're going to have all the updates there on whether they're going to be out this summer or not, which I do believe that they will more than likely be out. So I'm still I'm super excited, I should say. I can't find the words right now how happy I am to be in the studio. It's really, really freezing. It's still cold. I thought I was going to be able to get out, start doing some reviews easily enough, but the weather is just not cooperating. Yesterday we had like plus 10 degrees, and today we got some snow. This dating stuff might not make any sense to you guys by the time this comes out. This video will probably get released in about a week from now. We got some snow on April 22nd, I think. So really a big shocker and a big surprise. I wasn't expecting it at all, especially not with the data we had before. And we've been getting that type of temperature since in the past April. During April we did get quite some good weather, and I was really expecting it to keep on going, and hoping to get some warm reviews in the studio without getting any heat in here. So I did not insulate the roof just yet. I'll be waiting in October to do that. Funding issues, I should say. You can only do so much. I've been out of work since March 15th, so it is tough, and it was a weird time to start building a new studio, but it had to get done. I had to get out of the house, and we did, with the old studio, became Cece's playroom. So she's happier than pig and shit. She's been having some great fun in there, and everybody's happy to be having me out of the house and keeping everything quiet in there. So, the first beer in the new studio. I was kind of debating on if I should, I think I was making a big deal out of it, which beer I should bring onto this new studio. And then it ended up being a pretty big deal because it's a new product from a brewery that I'm a big fan of. And when I seen it on the shelves in the liquor store, I was like, holy moly. Very happy to have it here. I haven't had it in a can yet, so even better there on. I've had it on tap over at Bootlegger, of course, and I've had it at the Beer Fest, at the Moncton Beer Fest, at the Atlantic Canadian Craft Brew Fest, which I'm so looking forward to. Really hoping that we'll be able to have it this fall, with all these uncertain times. But here's to hoping that we will be able to have those beer fests again. If not, well, it'll be on to the next one, and we'll just keep on going one day at a time, and one event at a time. I'm sure we'll get back to the point where we can get back together and cling our glasses together and just spend quality time with our friends and family, because I do genuinely miss a lot of people, and I miss being in contact with a few people. And this is definitely a hard time. It's been tough on me personally, and if you're having a hard time as well, drop a line in the comments and let me know how you're dealing with it. It's not easy, and it's we've all got our own little ways of dealing with it. I got into this. I decided to build a studio. Everything's just about done, like I said. There's not that much, but it kept me busy for a little bit and kept my mind off the really serious issues that we're having right now. So, again, I'm looking for an exterior door. If anybody out there has one lying around, don't be shy to hit me up. I will pick it up. We'll keep our distance apart, but I do need an exterior door to keep the heat inside here. So if you got one lying around, just doing some spring cleaning, let me know. I will gladly go pick it up. So, CAVOK beer that I got in front of me, it's Baie sur la Mer. This is a new product that get launched out. I do believe it's been out for about, I'm going to say it's going to be close to a year that it's been out, but not in cans. This is a brand new, huge launch they just did not that long ago. So I'm very, very happy to have it here on the show. There is a poem on the back of the can, but it's been translated from English to French to English, but with the name of the beer being Baie sur la Mer, I do believe that the poem was meant to be read in French. So I'll read it in French. Dans la baie sur la mer, sous les vagues, sous les étoiles, une sirène cultive les framboises et les âmes de pêcheurs. Les âmes y sont douces et les framboises amères, mais seules les framboises poussent sous les étoiles de la mer. It's a great poem, wonderful, and it's great that CAVOK does showcase art from local artists. And this one here was written by Christine Melanson. So, definitely good stuff. Hats out to CAVOK. So, there's a few things that I like about CAVOK. Number one, obviously they make great beer. Number two, their can art is absolutely spectacular. Their labels really do stand out, and I'm a big believer of labels standing out and being a part of the craft of the beer. Some might not agree with that, but I'm a big believer that the label art is just as important as the beer. For me, it plays such a huge role in the marketing strategy. It's super important. You got to stand out. It's a very saturated market right now in the entire country, and you got to stand out and you got to do your work. And these labels are awesome. Third thing that I like about CAVOK, the price point, absolutely amazing. Just about all their beer is under $4, so $3.95 for a tall boy. I find that absolutely amazing. So 3 great things about CAVOK that I absolutely love, and I've been a fan from the beginning with the number one item on my checklist. They make good beer, some damn good beer. And, the owners are very good fellows as well. I met them at the last tap takeover we did. No, not the last tap takeover. The before last tap takeover we did over at Bootlegger. I met with both Selge and Selge, and we had a good chat. And actually, you can catch it on my Facebook page. We had a nice chat. We videoed it. The whole thing's all been recorded. And they're really cool guys. And I was really lucky to have the chance to have a chat with them. But this is the new one, Baie sur la Mer. It's a raspberry sour. Definitely being released in the proper time. Summer is just around the corner. We might not be able to be with our friends, close by. But we definitely have some great beers available. And this is definitely one of them that'll be available. This one here is available right now throughout the province. I'm going to tell you right now, if it's available at the Bathurst AMBL, it's definitely available throughout the province. And if you're in the Dieppe area, CAVOK is doing some deliveries as their new way of getting the beer out to their customers. So make sure to hit them up. And not only that, CAVOK has a lot of guest beers also available. So whatever they have on tap, they can sell cans. They got a great selection of beers, and they also got the famous Route 117 IPA from Oak Creek. They've got it there for sale until stock runs out. It was his first batch, and the stock is running out very, very quickly, and it's out in just about I think he's got like 5 locations of ANBLs that he's in. So make sure to hit him up and get a can. I have to say a shout out to Patrice every time I talk about his beer. Anytime I talk about beer, it's a great, great one. And I wanted to have them on the show, but sadly, it didn't make it here. I drank it. It's gone now. So it's that good of a beer. So but without further ado, let's check out this raspberry sour. That's another great thing. Again, before I get to the beer, it's another great thing that CAVOK Baie did. They let Patrice go in there and brew a huge batch of his Route 117 IPA. Patrice Oak Creek Brewing is a very, very small brewery, very small operation, and to scale up a recipe that big, you need some help from people sometimes. And CAVOK Baie was definitely there for lending him a hand, and they did a spectacular job with brewing that beer. So hats off to all of them. They all did a great job, and all together. So I'm definitely excited about this one here. It might not be the best beer to have right now because it's super cold in my garage, but we'll try it out anyway. I'm really excited about it. Yummy. That smells so fresh. It's like it's fresh raspberries. Fresh. From that to the store, I don't smell much of a difference. It's as fresh as it gets. It's like they just squeeze them in there. Absolutely wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful. I love it. Let's see what we've got for a color. Now, these glasses have been sitting out in my garage for a little bit. They might be dirty, so please, my apologies if there's bubbles clinging to the side of the glass. It's so cold, I'm having a hard time to speak. Whew, I gotta get some heat in here. Or it just needs to be warmer outside. Jeez. Come on, Mother Nature. So, wonderful color. It's nice and hazy. Looks really thick. It's beautiful. Looks absolutely wonderful. It looks very, very tasty. Darkish red color. Very raspberry. Raspberry, I should say. But anyway, it really looks the part big time. And like I said, the aroma is so fresh and so present. It's the punch in the face. It's a very, very amazing aroma. Really, you need just by the way it smells, you need to get a can of this stuff. It's absolutely amazing. It's great. It's great beer. Wonderful stuff. That's good. I don't know where they got their fresh raspberries, but it's definitely not that time yet. I do grow some in the backyard, but wow. Tastes great, and for a sour beer, it's not as sour as you would expect. You do get a little bit of tartness from the raspberries itself, but definitely not a big puckering sour. I'm sorry, I spit like crazy. But definitely not a big puckering sour. So very approachable as a sour. The fruit is not overpowering either. It's a super, super approachable beer. As a summer beer, this is basically a crusher for me. I'm super excited about this one here. It's great. It's fruit the whole way through. It's fresh. You really taste those raspberries, which is really important. And I find in sour beers where they do have fruits in a description, I really look for a true fruit flavor to it, and not like an additive or like a syrupy that's going in there. I look for a real fruit flavor that's in there, and they definitely accomplished this without a doubt. They did a great job at CAVOK Baie, and wow, this is good. I love it. Very easy to drink. You're looking at 4.3% ABV. Drink these all day long. Definitely a great beer. I highly, highly suggest it. I'm a fan. This beer goes well any time of the day, whether it's 10 o'clock at night or early in the morning. This, instead of an orange juice for breakfast, I would say it's a pretty darn good idea. It might be something I might try this weekend. So definitely this is one you got to get. And it's a great price point, $395 or $390. For a tall boy, can't ask for better than that. So on that note, cheers and welcome to the new studio. Hell yeah, that's good.